In today's video, why you should not drop calories if you want to go from looking like this to looking like this. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I got a question on my Instagram, which I'll put on the screen right here. And it's basically a gentleman who's curious how to keep his weight loss going, fat loss going. And so what I'd like to do with you today is discuss kind of how I do this as a coach. How do I decide, should we be lowering calories? Should we be increasing cardio? And if you like this type of information around a coach who's been getting people shredded for more than a decade, hit subscribe. It's what I love to do here. So for today's question, it goes just like this. Hey Paul, I lost 5 pounds tracking my macros and flexible dieting. I wanted to ask, now that I lost a couple of pounds, now that I'm seeing a lower weight, do I keep seeing progress? Do I still have to drop my calorie intake lower? I do lists. I was originally 230, now 225. My macros are 248 protein, 60 fat, 283 carb. I'm trying to do body recomp, trying to achieve a physique like Tau Physique. I appreciate your videos and feedback. Well, first of all, thank you for the great question. It's because of individuals such as yourself that we have been really dedicating ourselves at Pro Physique to kind of helping you guys out. And so for that reason, we've created a free macro calculator. I'll link it in the description below. But you already know your macros. You already know your calories, and you're already doing cardio. And to boot, you've already lost 5 pounds. So what I tend to find out when I start working with a client about weight loss is that we have to find what works best for them. I'll say this. You never, ever, ever have to lower your calories to get leaner. You don't. You have these calories set. What you have to do is create a caloric deficit. Now, a lot of people choose to restrict calories. And it's actually something that I've come to realize over the years is that the more you focus on calorie restriction, the less successful you're going to be. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't need to pay attention where our calories are. But what I mean is when you only focus on what you take in, it tends to really psychologically, physiologically impair our bodies and our minds, because through restriction of food, we'll actually start to covet food, crave food. Also, if you're not taking in enough nutrition to feed the body, it starts to break down. You'll start to conserve energy. You'll start to have hormonal issues. However, what you can certainly do with much, much less risk is increase how much you move. That's right. Your calories are set here. Your cardio is set here. All you have to do to increase fat loss is either lower your calories or increase your cardio or activity. Now, a lot of us think of cardio as like a bad word, like, oh, I don't want to do too much cardio, but anything we do burns calories. This right here with my hands is burning calories, right guys? So what tends to happen when you start to get low calorie is you start to move less. And I always hear the argument, you don't have to do any cardio to lose body weight. You don't have to do anything to lose body fat. You can simply restrict calories. Well, I'm gonna disagree, because if you just restrict calories and don't do any extra activity, sure, the scale weight might go down, but your body composition is gonna get worse. You see, movement is essential. Look at the data on something called blue zones. Go on your computer and type in blue zones. These are areas of the planet, there's about 6 or 7 of them if memory serves, where people's average age is over 100 years. Why does that matter? Well, that matters because these people are living their lives in such a manner that allows them to live longer, healthier lives. One of the keys to those blue zones that they all have in common is that they move daily. They are either walking a lot, they have some type of activity that they perform daily. What does this tell me? Movement is essential for our overall well-being. So why would we do a 600 calorie diet, which is going to cause us problems, a 1,000 calorie diet, which is going to cause us problems, when we could just move more? Find a way to get more activity in your day. Yes, I know in modern life, with the ease of the phone, you can get stuff delivered. You never really have to leave the house. You can work from the computer. You can literally get out of your bed and go to your office in your house, work all day, have food delivered, groceries delivered. You really don't have to leave anymore. That's wonderful. But you're watching my channel for a reason. So my friend, you're asking me, do you need to adjust your calories? Well, that depends on your priorities. If you've lost 5 pounds, what I always tell people in a fat loss or a weight loss phase is don't just go by the scale, because the scale can be misleading. Our body is what, 70, 80% water. Mostly when we see the scale move, it's water weight. If we see the scale trend down over time, if we see inches coming off, even my face gets leaner. You see these like jawline comes in a little bit more. Next year when I diet down and get shredded again, you'll see my cheekbones come out. Body fat resides on our bodies, and if you measure those inches, for most of us, when we have a lot of body fat coming off, it's gonna be coming off the lower back, the lower waist, the chest, the shoulders, you know, the buttocks, the thighs, the hips, all the areas that store fat, right? So it's not just the scale. If you're trying to recomp, like you said, resistance training is the greatest thing you can ever do to improve your body composition, right? Resistance training by far and away is the greatest thing that we do. It's the fountain of youth, okay guys? It's the fountain of youth. But if you're going to be doing some type of movement along with paying attention to your caloric intake, you can see a recomp. Don't just see the scale go down, actually see what's happening to your body. Take pictures. Even if you're embarrassed and you don't like the way you look, take them for your own personal records, because I promise you, when you reach your goals, what's gonna happen? You're gonna wish you did have them, okay? So you're doing everything right. You're flexible dieting. I think that's the best long-term solution. You've got the free macro calculator that we have attached here. We also have a free 60-day challenge that's going on ProPhysique. We have a private Facebook group if you guys are interested in jumping in that. Today at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna go live answering everybody's questions. But my point being, congratulations. You don't have to adjust your calories. You can simply move more. Your choice. All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow.